We're heading back into hot springs today, and we are going to try what is known as the traditional bath, and this is at the Buckstaff Bath, and it's supposedly one of the longest running bathhouses in the area. I think it is the longest running bathhouse in the area, at least for the traditional sense. This should be cool, and for me it's gonna be a little awkward. I'm uncomfortable with this kind of stuff. I don't know why.
For me, it's gonna be two, because literally there is the ladies section, the men's section, and they separate us, and then you go and you do your own thing. It's like 20-minute bath, and they do the scrubbing, and they do like a massage if you choose to. I mean, that kind of stuff.
I'm not doing the scrubbing thing. No way. I'm not having another man scrub my back.
Put in the comments if you think that's weird, or it's just like, it's just scrubbing. It's just a thing. That's it. And it's the whole original thing, right? It's the whole original experience. That's why we're doing it, because of the original experience.
Ever since Brian Pickett did it in their hot tub in New Jersey, I will never be the same. All right, you ready to go?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. All right, we're back in downtown Hot Springs, Arkansas. We're at the visitor center, and they do have RV parking here. See the Class C? You can see the RV parking, but not during Christmas because they have a big tree in the way. So don't come down here with your RV expecting to park in Christmas.
With that being said, we saw yesterday a Class A park just across all of them.
Yep, you could park across.
You can still do
Yep.
it.
You guys making out with Santa Claus. By the way, it is Monday today, and this free parking over here that we've stayed in the last couple of days, it's full. There's some kind of farmer's market or something going on over there, and we couldn't park there today. I will say the Ouachita baths were pretty cool yesterday. Right? Good time?
It was good.
That is pretty hot. That's a lot hotter than the baths were yesterday. But the water is super clear. Like on video, you probably won't even barely be able to tell that there's water there. Very cool. Actually, very hot, sorry. So this sign on the open springs talks about how since the 1840s, bathhouses have controlled the water, but the open springs flow here at 134 degrees Fahrenheit. That is pretty crazy. All right, right behind the visitor center is the trailhead that leads up to the water tower, and we're gonna do the hike. It's like 0.7 miles, so not too bad.
A straight uphill.
Straight uphill, yes. I will say the Dead Chief Trail that comes up from the visitor center is not wheelchair accessible. It is not handicap friendly.
Not out of shape friendly.
And not out of shape friendly. It's only about a half mile to 0.7 miles, they said, but it is straight uphill. So it's a hike. The legs are feeling it right now, but we're almost to the water tower, so.
That bath is gonna feel nice.
Yeah, the bath this afternoon is gonna be well worth it. Oh, cool, check it out. All right, it is $8 per person general admission, $5 if you have the National Park Pass. You get a couple of tokens, and then they just go right here. Lori's getting impatient. Really busy, Lori.
It's just weird.
There's where we started our walk, down there in Bathhouse Row, right next to the Career Training Institute. The Arlington Hotel there. Across the street, that little V-shaped building was the Aristocrat. Very cool. To give you guys an idea how close the campground is, you can see the road here heading out. Right down there, that very first exit overpass there. To the right is the local gentleman's club. To the left is the canyon that goes up past the buses, and below that area, like this in here, is the canyon. The campground is down in there. So extremely handy to downtown Hot Springs. Beautiful view from up here. You can definitely see the colors up in this area with the reds and greens mixed in together and the oranges. I guess more orange and green. We are done with the Hot Springs water tower, and I thought it was pretty cool. They gave a lot of information up on the top about Hot Springs, took you through the history of Hot Springs. So we read a lot of information, some of the myths and realities about Hot Springs, which was really cool. And now we get the nicer walk down the hill.
A lot nicer going down the hill.
And at the end awaits some food and a nice hot bath.
Woohoo!
In typical Paul and Lorena motorhome experiment fashion, it's 3:10 right now, and they stopped taking baths at 3 o'clock.
We took 10 minutes longer. If we have not read the history of Hot Springs, we could have made it.
It's the history of Hot Springs' fault. And then our little hike down the hill, so we missed it by 10 minutes. That's awesome. So, looks like we're gonna do this in the morning before leaving Hot Springs.
Yeah, because we're not living without the traditional Hot Springs bath. So yeah.
All right, I guess it's off to get something to eat.
Yep.
We did not know that the Yeti lived here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Never know. That's why you sit close to the windows where you can look out, laugh, point, and stare. See traffic going by. It's a very hustling, bustling little town. We had dinner here at Angel's Italian restaurant. Pretty good.
It was good.
Okay, this is really interesting here. This is the history of Hot Springs water. I'm not gonna read all that, but I'll shoot enough of it that you guys will be able to pause this and then read it. The one thing I do want you to notice is the age of the water. It's 4,000 years old.
So we're gonna fill up our little tiny bowl with, it's actually hot springs, this one,
Yes.
thermal. So it's gonna come out hot, chill it at home, and drink it.
So we're gonna fill it, then we're gonna chill it, then we're gonna drink it.
Something about this doesn't look very sanitary, but still, I mean, we have to do it. We're here.
Right. Well, I don't think anybody's licking the thing. So how hot is that coming out of there? Oh, that's pretty. Wow, that's pretty warm.
We can take a bath right here.
Yeah, we can just. Why don't we just get undressed and jump in there? You go first, and I'll videotape it for the channel. Come on, it's for the channel. No, not gonna happen.
It's too chilly.
All right. If it was warmer, you might.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Lori. So make the decision. Are we staying one more day to do the baths?
Oh, definitely.
All right.
We're here. We don't know when is the next time we're gonna be here. We had to do the traditional baths.
It's only $30 for the night,
Or the
so just campground. So just think of it adding $15 each to our bath experience. So that's not too bad. All right, staying another night in Hot Springs. All right, now today we are really gonna go do the bathhouse.
Yes.
We are.
Already look at the schedules. We know we're for sure in. So yeah.
We've got the times right, we think. And as long as it's not packed there on a Tuesday, we're good to go. We've paid one extra night here at the campground, so we're good to go there. So we're not gonna get towed before we get back. Okay, Lori, let's give this another try.
It's packed. They just opened, so it's packed.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Uh-oh.
It's gonna be a wait, but we're still in. Yeah. That's what matters.
Yeah.
So I'm here at the locker room, and they give you your own locker room to put your stuff in. No bathing suit, so you have to basically take everything off. That's a little bit weird, but it is what it is. Traditional wise, right? Let's do it.
I'm inside the area, getting ready to get changed, and locker. So far, so good.
So I'm not able to record anything. I have to leave the camera behind, but I'm already all Roman style, wrapped up and ready to take me to my bath and then my massage. So I'll tell you about my experience later, okay?
All right, guys, I can't take you with me into the private bath. I've got my towel here. This young man is gonna take me where I need to go, and we're gonna do this thing. See you guys in a bit. Appreciate you guys waiting for me. Pretty cool experience. All right, gang, this is my man Ricky here. He was awesome. He did the whole bath thing for me. Ricky has been here for 40 years. You started in 1977?
Yep.
1977. He said, I'm the sexiest guy that he's ever. No, that's not true. That's not what he said. But this gentleman has taken care of some amazing people. But just to be in one place for 40 years, I think is amazing. And I just want to thank you. So when you guys come into the bathhouse here, to the Buckstaff Bath, make sure you stop by and see Ricky, Josh as well. And these guys will take good care of you. So remember, Hot Springs, Arkansas, Ricky and Josh, Buckstaff. I think it's the only place that does traditional bath anymore, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's the only place you can do traditional. The other day we did the quapa thing, or whatever, however you say that. But this one here, Buckstaff, there. And these gentlemen will take good care of you. It's the traditional bath from top to bottom, and I'll go through all the steps and then show you guys the stuff from the museum, because I'm not allowed to film my naked body in here, so. All right, thanks guys, really appreciate it. Heading back to the car, and then we'll talk about our bath experience, but I also want to talk about downtown Hot Springs, Arkansas. We are on Central Avenue right now. This is Bathhouse Road that we're walking down here. This part of Hot Springs, Arkansas, Bathhouse Row, is National Park.
Right here.
That over there on the other side of the road is not National Park. So the city is kind of split, at least this part anyways, is split right down the middle, part National Park, part Hot Springs, Arkansas. So pretty confusing, but if you're walking in Bathhouse Row, you're in the National Park. I will also say it is a extremely busy little town. This is what would be considered off-season. We're in November, and this is a Tuesday night, Tuesday afternoon. We're around, what, 4 or 5 o'clock right now, and it's busy here. Yesterday when we were in town, it was busy here. So it is a busy little tourist town, and I can't even imagine what this is like during season. This Fordyce Bathhouse is just awesome.
I mean, the unique thing about this national park is the fact that the national park is not only about the mountains and the hiking, it's also part of the city.
Yeah.
And I don't think there is other national park in the country like that.
I don't know. There's got to be another city in a national park somewhere, I would think. I don't know. We're going to have to research that, or you guys can let us know. We're going to make one last pass through Central Ave and the Bathhouse Row area before heading back out to the campground. There is one thing that we wanted to check out before we headed back to the campground, and this is it, right there. That is Bill Clinton's childhood home. Pretty cool. Okay, Lori, so let's go through our Buckstaff Hot Springs
experience.
Authentic bath experience.
Yeah.
And we'll start with the check-in process. Check-in's pretty quick. You just pick the services that you want, anything from a basic bath to they do a loofah wipe for you. They do a massage for you. There's various services that you can check on their website. That service is pretty quick. It is old school, literally pencil and paper
And
filled out.
they make you sign a release.
Yeah, they sign a release that
So
people are going to be
it is.
touching you while they're massaging you. Exactly why I don't like massages.
I don't think like it's because of that, but anyway.
They separate the men off to the side. We're on the main floor. The ladies, they take upstairs. And then you're off to your own little experience. So how did that go for you?
Once I put in the elevator, that's very authentic. It's like the pull and push. That's kind of
kinda cool.
Well, at this point, they take you to the locker room and they assign you a locker room, and they have the little key where you put in your wrist so you don't lose it, and you put all your belongings there, and then they come and you full strip, like naked. And then the attendant comes and they make you turn around to look away from them, so they only see you from the back, and they wrap you around in this Roman style toga. So it's kind of pretty cool.
With me, they like had the thing hanging on the wall, and they said, "There's your sheet," and I turned it into like a diaper because I don't know how to tie a toga.
No, with me, they wrap it. And then
Okay.
your attendant comes, and Sarah, it was my attendant's
Ricky.
name. Sarah
man,
came
Ricky.
and grabbed me from the changing room, took me to the bath area where they have big bathtubs, where they fill them with spring water and they cool it down because it comes out at 140 something degrees, cool it down, and then they take your toga out. Oh, well, they close the curtain, and then they take your toga out.
We didn't have a curtain. My bathtub was like open to the world, open to the men's room. And then he just like snatched my towel and goes, "Get in." I'm like, "Damn, Ricky."
I guess that's how boys
that's a-
rule. I don't know. It's
Alright.
like with girls, it's like at least there was like a little curtain that was a little bit open, but still somewhat privacy. And they opened the little toga thing so I can get into the bathtub. And at that point, your attendant sees you fully naked. But that's kind of like
Right.
somewhat almost the only person that sees you that way.
Yeah.
So they put the temperature at 100. For me, it was 104 degrees.
I got in about 102.
By the time I got out, it was 101 degrees.
No, it's just under 100.
And
And in the tub is like this torture-looking device that looks like you shouldn't be in the tub with you, but that's what just creates a whirlpool.
Yeah. And then after 15-20 minutes, they come in with your loofah that they gave you, and they scrub you the arms, the back, and from the knee to the ankles on the legs. And
I got
quick.
like everything. Well, everything except for the package.
Everything.
Well, no, not my buns, but everything, like legs all the way to the top and arms and back and front.
Oh, wow, no.
With soap.
Ladies, I didn't get that, so I guess that's special.
Yeah.
Probably
I
he,
think because I
probably
winked at
he
Ricky when
tip
I came
him.
in.
Probably he tipped him previously. Like,
After.
if you do this, I'll give you extra. But anyway.
After the bath?
After bed, I had the hot packs. They took me to the tables where they're cushion tables, lay you down, and they put hot packs on wherever it is that you have a sore, tender, if it's joints or muscles. They put me 2 in the back and 1 on my legs, in a not cold one, sorry, on my forehead because everything is extremely hot. So
We didn't do the hot pack then.
no,
No, I went straight from there to the sitz bath.
yeah, no. For me, it was the hot pack first,
And then did you go to the sitz bath?
and then I did a sit
Okay, the
bath.
sitz bath. The sitz bath is SITZ. It's basically like there's a sink on the floor and you sit in it.
Yeah, it looks very weird. And for me, it's like they put the water in it, and it was halfway mine when they set me down, and I was wrapped around with my little toga thing, and they took it out from you and make like a little so nobody can see you basically, because it's open to the room, open to the public, and then you sit down in this inside the little sitz bath. There's this towel where you sit on top of it.
Once
inside
again,
of the water.
Ricky snatched my towel, said, "Sit your butt down." Nothing in there. Like I sat right on the drain.
Drain there?
Yeah, the drain almost went up my butt.
Well, no, with us, ladies. With us, it was like towel between the drain and my booty.
No towel.
And then at the end, she put my little wrap thing on top of me, so nobody can see me. So
I was sitting there naked,
I'm totally
open to
covered.
the room.
Totally, like leg open and everything.
Yeah,
Aww.
yeah. Like people could walk by and look in. I'm sitting there. I had a towel on my knees, but like I'm just sitting in this little sink naked.
Yeah. Well,
And the water, when I first touched my buns in the water, I thought they were gonna start on fire.
yeah, for me it was too cold. I have to actually turn it up.
Oh, Ricky was trying to burn my buns.
See that extra money? didn't work that way. But anyway.
10 minutes in there, and then
after
steam
that, to the steam room, and it was only halfway, like the one that goes all the way to the neck.
I got the full over the head room.
No, for me, it was only the halfway, and I was there probably for less than 5 minutes because I started feeling a little bit weird, and Sarah came and checked on me, and she asked me, you want out? And I was like, yeah, I want out, because I started feeling weird. Because
the full room was 2 minutes.
Yeah, only.
And I thought I was going to die.
So many hot everything, at some point your butt is like a little bit too much.
I thought I was going to pass out. I thought he'd left me in there too long.
Yeah, no. You can
I guess I probably could have opened the door.
You could have opened the door.
I was trying to man up at that point, and I was like, oh, I am going to die here.
See, that's just guys. They just have to man up somehow.
Well, you said 2 minutes. I figured he'd come and get me.
But anyway.
Then after that's when I went to the table and I did my hot pack. Of course, I told him I didn't have any aches and pains, so I didn't do a hot pack. I just laid on the table and he wrapped me up like a cocoon.
Oh, no, with me after that was, after that was a needle shower.
After I did the warm cool down, then I did needle shower.
Yeah.
And that thing's really cool.
So cool. It looks like a torture chamber, but it's not. It's like these old...
We need one for the RV.
It's old tubes wrap around us, but it comes water from everywhere.
Like little needles.
Except from the top. It's like from the neck down.
No, I had don't go chasing water. I had a waterfall thing.
Yeah, no, with us it's because we have to keep the hair nice and dry.
Keep your hair dry.
So it's from the neck down, but it just feels amazing. That step feels amazing.
That was pretty cool.
At that point, you're like, so.
There's certain parts that don't feel amazing on the guys. I don't know if all guys experience that.
Well, for me, it was everywhere. It was nice.
But it was good. Yeah.
But at that point, you're like super extra squeaky, clean, and shiny. Yeah. And I walk out, and then at that point, there is Sarah, my attendant, with a sheet where she pats me dry on the back, and she gives it to me so I can dry my front, and then she wraps me around on a dry one, Roman style again.
Ricky tossed me a towel like the size of a face cloth and said, here, dry off, and then you just stood there watching me.
In slow motion.
I don't know if it was slow motion for him. It wasn't for me. For me, I was kind of like, don't you have something else you can do while I'm drying off here in the middle of this room naked?
Yeah, with me it wasn't that way. And then
he gave me my diaper again and sent me to the locker room.
And there's where it finished your actual basic bath or your basic
that's where for me it was over at that point. It was like,
with me I had the extra package where I got the massage, and at that point I have to go and sign up for massage so they know you're ready, and the next massage is available. They comes with your name and you go in with them, and it's not like a crazy amazing place. Not if you have had a massage before, sometimes they put music and then turn down the light and all that. This one wasn't like that. It was a tiny room with a curtain where you can still hear everything outside, and I would say the bath itself needs some upgrading, and that was part of it, but it was a 20-minute massage, but they cannot even cover the basics in 20 minutes.
All right, that's pretty
They
tough.
tried like a little bit of everything all over your body. So that was kind of nice, but it was not long enough. And so I would say skip that one. But after that, they take you to your locker, and then you're ready again to get dressed and get out of there.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience. Like, I'm making light, making jokes, but it was really a cool experience. And it's something that I would probably do again. I don't know if I would do it again. Probably. But I think the Quappa bath the other day
was
pretty cool because you can hang out as a group.
But this one was a unique experience. So as a one-time experience, it's pretty cool. But as a communal experience, probably Quappa was better.
Yeah. Overall, though, the Buckstaff experience was awesome. I had two guys, the guy that helped me through the whole thing, Ricky, and the other kid, Josh, in the men's locker area. Really cool, very professional. Made me feel really a lot more comfortable than I initially was. I forgot to get my bathing suit from Lori, and Lori said to the attendant, "Can you give this to my husband?" They said, "You don't need a bathing suit," and she goes, "Oh no, you don't understand. My husband's gonna want a bathing suit.
He needs it. He's gonna be panicking."
And I was kind of panicking, but then they just made me comfortable, basically because they just snatched a towel from me and said, "Go walk naked, dude." But they did make you feel more comfortable, and it was kind of a cool experience. So I don't know if I would do that one again, but like I said, again, Quappa was pretty cool because it's more communal. The hot springs area as a whole, and the bath and all that kind of stuff. I mean, if we were going to rate the entire area, I would have to say the entire area is if you're in the area.
I think think so too.
Right?
It's a small area. I mean, there's still a few hikes. We did a hike. We probably could have done more, but I would say if in the area only.
If you're gonna be in hot springs, especially, do one of the baths.
If you're here, do
one
one of the baths. Yeah, if you feel very shy, very uncomfortable with the traditional one, just do the Quapaw for $20. And if you want the actual original experience, how it was in the 20s and the 40s and all that, just go to Buckstaff. That is just so different, so original.
And I do want to say one thing. My attendant, Ricky, has worked there since 1977. 40 years. That's amazing. That's amazing to be at any job, but to be there doing that, amazing. So,
yeah.
Hot Springs overall, though, we've had a good time here, and I think we'll probably be back to the area. So is this where we're going to call it?
Thank you for joining us in this one.
Yeah, Hot Springs was all right. So if this is your first time here, it'd be awesome if you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date on all of our travels, and it would be equally as cool if you like the video. And we'll see you again next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Ozzy, you want to say goodbye? Come on over. Say goodbye.
Oh, and say goodbye, Ozzy. Say bye, everybody.
He hates when he doesn't want to be held. He hates it.
Bye, everybody. Look, if I open my arms, he's going to jump immediately.
Oh, he's angry right now. Oh, he didn't. He hung out just a little bit just to make you wrong.
Of course.
Let's go do this bathhouse thing. This bathhouse? Bathhouse, like the fish house?
What is a bathhouse?
I don't know. It's where they have fish.
We're going to go and do the
We're going to do the bathhouse, not the bathhouse. Wow. I need a new hobby.